Alright boys, welcome to the Creative Funnels video. So in this video, I'm going to teach you how creative funnels work. And understanding this is going to be very important because this is how you're going to essentially use a mix-up of a ton of your ads and get somebody to convert. Because chances are, somebody converting after seeing a single one of your ads, it's not that high, okay? A lot of times, same thing with you, chances are you see an ad online, it might pique your interest and it gets the brand name into your head, into your subconscious, and you see another ad, like, let me look into it a little bit more, and then eventually you see another ad, and you're like, all right, fuck it, I'll buy it. Right, it's the same thing with your customers. So I'm going to explain that concept to you. Right, so there's three types. It's top of funnel, middle of funnel, and bottom of funnel, okay? Now, think of top of funnel as like they don't know, okay? That's the best way. They don't know / first impressions, okay? This is where people don't really know about your product and they don't know about your brand, and you're kind of just introducing them to the idea of your product solving whatever problem it is you're solving. So typically, it'll start with impressions. It'll start with something like, did you know XYZ, right? Like, for example, did you know that people with this condition had this problem, right? Or are you suffering with back pain? Just like obviously these aren't like good hooks or anything, but the idea is you just introduce like a problem and pretty much just inform people and take them down like this little creative funnel, right? And that's a little bit more of an advanced topic. I don't want to confuse you with that in this video, but actually, let me do this. Let me go find an example of a top funnel ad, and I'll show you exactly what I mean, because I feel like I'm just waffling. All right, so I found an ad that would be considered a top funnel ad, okay? How to get your cooch so bold without waxing, okay? That's like the purpose of the ad, and it pretty much just starts with the problem, right? So, just watch.
If your coochie itches a lot after shaving, stop using these razors.
You need this.
What shaves your hoo-ha better, Bleem or disposable razors? Today we're going to find that out. What most people don't know is Bleem keeps your bikini line hair free, slows hair growth over time, and exfoliates your skin while removing body hair, leaving it way smoother than shaving. My ingrown hairs went away, my irritation went away. Look at the difference. Plus, you can do it wet or dry with this. And it's so convenient. I 100% recommend trying out Bleem. And if you don't like it, you can send it back for a full refund. So there's nothing to lose. Get yours fast before they sell out.
Okay, so this shit is fucking haram, all right? But the point is, they go from the product or the problem, and they kind of like take you down like this little funnel. They introduce the problem, what people are doing, right? And then saying like, hey, don't do this shit, it's bad for you. Instead, you can use our product, and then this is the benefits of the product, and that's why you should buy the product. And then other people are using the product, therefore you should use the product because leave you bald and all that bullshit. You know what I'm saying? But the point is, this is a top funnel ad, right? And this could be like the first ad that someone sees and be like, oh damn, this product's pretty cool. Maybe I could use this product, right? Now, this also, I'll just mention it. I'm not going to go into depth on these because this could be an entire other video and a much more in-depth video. But there are awareness stages, right? So awareness stages, there's unaware, product aware, solution aware. Wait, sorry. Not product aware. Product aware is here. Problem aware. Solution. Bear with me, bro. I just can't be asked to pause the recording. Okay? And then most aware. Now, if you want to do your own homework and your own due diligence, you can look into these yourself. It is much more complex. But just so you understand, unaware is like they have no clue that they even have a problem. Like, it's completely unrelated to their problems, to your product, nothing. It's just completely random. It's very hard to make these type of ads, so you'll probably never really use this. But top of funnel would go into unaware, and top of funnel also goes into problem aware, and like this, like in between, like it can be like in between these two, right? But it's usually problem aware, right? Like that's going to be your main point for top funnel. Now, middle funnel is they know, now they know about the product, but what's the word? Skeptical. Okay. Now it's a game of just like trust and actually making sure that not only do they trust your product, but they also trust your brand. So one, they want to know that your product, like you can say all these great things like, holy shit, if you buy this product, it's gonna make you rich overnight. You know, you can say all that shit. Like how believable is that? Like, no, bro, you're not gonna make me fucking rich. But if you explain to them step by step, like, yo, this is how it's gonna make you rich by doing this, 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 and you explain all of that, that would kind of tie it in between these two, right? You can kind of go into both. But generally speaking, you're trying to reaffirm their beliefs and pretty much just make them trust that the product can get them from their problem state to their desired state. Now, in addition to that, it's very heavy on social proof, right? Like social proof goes back into trust, goes back to like all these different trust factors, right? Or whether it's like authority, social proof like testimonials and shit like that, whether it's not guarantees, what's the word? Awards or some shit, like we've been running for 5 years and our stuff is super authentic and it's sourced from the Himalayan mountains and we sell you salt but it's from the mountains and it's the salt's good for you, you know, like using like those kind of like it just makes things more believable. So just dumb it down. Believability. Okay, believability, that's your believability. That's like your goal with middle funnel ads, I would say. This usually ties into like solution aware and product aware. So when people know of the solution, but they're trying to understand, okay, why you, right? Or what type of products, like let's say if you want to get your hair curled or some shit, it's probably different ways, like different types of brushes and stuff, or maybe there's a solution outside of a brush, right? They might know of some of the solutions, but they're not sure, or they don't know of your product specifically, right? Or if you want to drink water, there's water bottles, but why should I buy your water bottle specifically? Blah, blah, blah. That's what middle funnel is. Now, bottom of funnel is like, they just need like a last push, you know, like a final push. This is usually like a static ad, okay, static ad, which is like your offer on it, or like some fucking, I don't know, holiday sale, scarcity, you know, scarcity, shit like this, right? Like you can literally just put your product on an image and say like, hey, 50% off ends tonight, blah, blah, blah. You know, super, super basic, but you get the point. Like they've already seen your product. They already know they want your product. They just need like that last push. And usually an offer will do that, right? So that's why when you upload bottom of funnel ads in your ad account, chances are you are going to get very high performance on these bottom funnel ads because it's targeting very specific people at low spend, whereas your top funnel ads are going to perform or kind of spend the most but perform the worst because it's like prospecting ads, right? So let me, just for your comprehension, because I'm a nice guy, I am going to show you an example of a middle funnel and an example of a bottom funnel ad, and then I'm going to explain another concept to you after. So let me go find these ads, one sec. All right, we are back, boys and girls, if any. Yeah, I'm going to show you two middle funnel examples and a bottom funnel. I'll find after. Anyways, like this is like super, also, it actually might look weird. Like I'm only showing like women products and shit. Like, Joe, I'm actually not weird. I don't care about this shit. I'm here to make money. But like this is literally just her using the product and, you know, kind of like a simple fucking, what is this? A definition? I don't know. But to be honest, I thought it was a testimonial at first. But let me scroll through. Maybe I can find a better one. Or like this. Or actually, that's literally this ad. Well, actually slow.
Reviews that will convince you to stop.
So like this is literally talking about like, yo, these like reviews that will convince you to stop shaving and get Lumi instead. So people probably already know about Lumi. Like, there's no point in this ad being shown to somebody if they don't know about the product and they don't know anything about it, right? Or maybe there's a slight point, but like it's gonna be a lot more effective if somebody has seen the product before and now they're looking at reviews, right? To like build believability. So we're gonna watch this ad real quick.
Reviews that will convince you to stop shaving and get Lumi instead. I was on the fence about purchasing it because I have PCOS and I just felt like nothing would work. I've tried laser hair removal before and didn't see results long term, but that's not the case with Lumi. I have fought with excessive facial hair from PCOS for 20 years. While my hair growth is not completely gone, it has been reduced significantly. I only have to shave maybe once every 7 days and the hair growth is much thinner and light.
You get the point. They're literally just showing reviews, okay? This is a good example of like a middle funnel ad. Now, bottom of funnel, like something like this, right? It's just, here's a product, limited time sale, 40% off, here's your offer, all the shit that you get for free. And like obviously it's like higher production, like chances are you're not gonna make an ad like this. You don't have designers on your team and shit. Well, so, I don't know, maybe you're that guy and you just have a whole fucking team before you start testing products. But chances are you don't have those. But you can make it very, very simple. Like you can literally just show your product on the right side, do the exact same thing, remove like all the extra stuff out of this, and just show like, yo, sale, 40% off, here's what you get, product. Hopefully you get the point. Like this is like a bottom funnel ad. Now I'm gonna go back to Miro and show you a couple more things. Oh yeah, last edition. We're back on Miro, by the way. Last edition is this bottom of funnels most aware. Now these, if you want to look into, you can look into on your own. I might make a video on this. Probably not. You don't need to know these concepts to make initial money. Like this is something you can learn later. Or join the fucking Discord. I don't know. Maybe that's an option. But anyways, next. One thing I wanted to mention before this video ends is how Facebook treats these funnels, okay? Facebook funnel, sure. Now, your top of funnel ads, let's say, how do I explain this? Let's say you have $1,000 budget, okay? $1,000 budget, and this circle is your audience size, okay? So, audience. And let's say you're spending $1,000 a day. Your budget will be split across, all your ads, right? Let's say you have 50 ads, and your primary focus should be prospecting, right? Your primary focus should be top funnel ads. So maybe 35 ads are top of funnel, 10 ads are middle funnel, and then 5 ads are bottom of funnel, let's say. Now, out of this $1,000 a day, it's going to kind of just be spread apart into your whatever audience you're showing your ads to. Now, let's say this here. Let me color code this to make this more sense. The black is top funnel, right? Or no, black is like your audience, okay? And then let's just assume everything in here right now is top funnel. Then this would be middle funnel, and then this would be bottom of funnel. Okay, so everything outside, where's black? Top of funnel. Everything in here, this is all top of funnel, okay? Here, middle funnel, and then here, bottom of funnel. And that's your daily audience reach, right? So what people think is like, let's say you have, let's say $700. Yeah, $700 goes to top of funnel ads. $250 go to middle funnel ads. Chances are I'd probably like 750 and 200 actually, but whatever. And then $50 goes to bottom of funnel ads. Now I know I haven't made like a Facebook video But hopefully you understand concepts of like ROAS and shit like that. If not, I can touch that up in a Facebook video. But let's say your top funnel ads are performing at a 1.7 ROAS. Okay, $700 at 1.7 spend, and your middle funnel ads are at like a 2.3 or 2.4 ROAS, and then your bottom of funnel ads are at like a 3.7 ROAS. Okay, you're gonna look at this and inherently think like, yo, Facebook is spending $700 on a return of 1.7. Imagine Facebook put $700 on 3.7. That'd be fucking rich. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna make so much more money. So why is Facebook not spending this money here if this is doing so well? Well, the reason why is because of this diagram here. Okay, this is for prospecting. This is for like finding people to just come to you initially. Now that's gonna be your like kind of like the most expensive, and like it's gonna be a lot harder to convert those customers. But once they're in the funnel, that's when like these ads come into play. Oh shit, whatever the fuck this is. That's when these ads come into play. Now the reason why these perform better is because there's less qualified people for those ads to convert. Does that make sense? Like, same way the bottom of funnel ads, like it's like an offer. Imagine telling somebody, hey, buy my product, it's 50% off, and they don't even want your product, they don't even know what the fuck your product is. Yeah, I don't care if you give me 100% off. Maybe 100%. You can give me 90% off. I'm still not giving you that 10%. I don't need your product. Why would I need your product? I don't know anything about it. I don't know what it's going to help me with. I don't know anything. So that's why these ads are going to get a lot less spend, but it's still nice. Like it will make you money. And as you build out this funnel and you build it bigger and bigger and bigger, you're going to spend more and more money on a daily basis. And you're going to have more top funnel ads just prospecting. You're going to have better middle funnel ads and then better bottom funnel ads. And then eventually it gets to a point where it's like, it just works in one big harmony. You know what I'm saying? Like that's why there's a funnel, right? Like you're taking your customers on this journey. Bottom funnel, middle funnel, and then top funnel, right? So most of the people are going to be here, and then they kind of like slip into my middle funnel and slip into bottom of funnel. But hopefully you understand the point that I'm trying to make here, that it is normal for your split of these funnels to be not equal. Okay, same thing with your spend, same thing with your performance. That is normal. That is supposed to happen. Now, I'll give you one last example before I end this video here. If you turn this off, if you turn off these ads in hopes that the $700 will go to the $50, you know what's going to happen? Now you're going to have 500, let's say, or probably won't be 500. But let's say you split it evenly, okay? Fuck it. Let's say you split it evenly. 500 to middle funnel. This wouldn't happen, but as an example, 500 to middle funnel, 500 to bottom funnel, okay? I can guarantee your middle funnel ads will have like a 1.4 or like a 1.5 ROAS. And then your bottom of funnel ads, instead of going like a 3.7 at $50, it's going to end up at like a fucking, I don't know, 0.8. Because like there's nobody there to even like there's nobody in your funnel to actually buy from you. Like they don't know anything. So who cares if you give them like a discount? If they don't already want your product, a discount's not going to help. So I just wanted to mention this on the topic of top funnel, middle funnel, bottom funnel, in terms of understanding how it kind of works and how it works under the term of like a funnel, because that's literally what it is. And over time, what is going to make you more money is literally just building out this funnel bigger and bigger, better over time. And that is what's going to make you money. That's how creatives work. And this does go more in depth. I mentioned here in awareness stages, but that is a topic for another time. So hopefully you guys understand the concept of top funnel, middle funnel, bottom of funnel. And yeah, I think the next video will be probably on Facebook. So I will see you in the fucking ad accounts, bruv. Sayonara.